Russian aggression against Ukraine and the prospect of peace, or at least a ceasefire, are still distant. But there are also more reasons to discuss Poland's security with care and in a very responsible manner. I drew the President's attention to certain circumstances concerning the talks on future peace and the obligations of various countries that will result from the conclusion of an agreement between Ukraine and the United States, and later between Russia and Ukraine. Regarding the ceasefire, if all this comes to fruition, we are talking here about documents we have prepared. We recently discussed in Paris the 20-point peace plan, the plan for reconstruction and prosperity, security guarantees for Ukraine, and more broadly for the entire region. We also discussed jointly promoting Poland and Poland's presence in the G20 during G20 meetings. As we know, both the President and the government have a role to play here. I would like this to be a joint effort because it is also about Poland's reputation and about promoting Poland's economic achievements and more. I was pleased to see the President's willingness to cooperate on this, including on this promotional campaign, promoting Poland's success as one of the G20. And here I won't be subtle. I really don't understand how anyone can veto a law that is supposed to make the state more effective in combating online pedophilia, propaganda, and Russian disinformation. I don't understand it. I know how serious the problem is, the abuse of freedom of speech online, and the threats it poses to citizens, to Polish children, and to the Polish state. We need effective tools that will allow us to eliminate this type of content from the internet. The President has a different opinion. I don't understand it, and I won't argue. I think he once promised the Confederation that he would not support such initiatives, and I believe that is the only explanation, because I cannot find any other. Regarding Mercosur, honestly, I expected a much larger demonstration. But this was not a demonstration against the government, regardless of the fact that a few PIS activists are trying to turn it into an anti-government movement. That would be very difficult to believe, demonstrating against a government that shares the same views as the demonstrators. This is quite strange, to be honest. Anything that weakens transatlantic solidarity or NATO solidarity carries certain risks. That is obvious. Poland and I, personally, try to be very specific about this, also for the sake of our security. Poland is a country that is probably trying its hardest to maintain, despite various circumstances, the strongest possible American, European, and transatlantic ties, because that is how we define the security of both Poland and the entire continent. There is no need to pretend to be a fan of all of President Trump's decisions. I am not a fan of many of the actions, words, and behaviors of the current American administration. I do not think I need to explain this. But it does not change my belief that the United States, Europe, NATO, and the Atlantic Bond are the only chance for the survival of our world. This is not only about Poland's security, although that is crucial to me, but about the world as a whole, about values, freedom, and humanity. Generations have fought for this, and it has a chance of survival only when the West is cohesive and united. That is why I am so concerned about the Greenland issue. I am also deeply concerned about developments in the United States and everything that is creating ideological and political tension within NATO and within the United States itself. I am probably the most pro-American politician in Europe. It is hard to imagine someone more pro-American. But because we are allies and friends, and because Poland is an exceptionally loyal ally of the United States, I believe that in such a position you do not kneel. You speak honestly. Among friends, you should speak openly about what is right and what is wrong.